Hello, everybody. Hi, Missy. I know Uncle said he's just going to walk his doggies and he'll be here momentarily. Listen, if you don't want to speak English, go away. Um, anyway, how's everybody doing? I did not want to miss tonight. I am finally going to try to get caught up in my states. We are on haunted Nebraska tonight. Also, coming up soon, I have a new game that we can play, and I think it's called Mind in the Gutter, but it looks fun. So when I get it, we'll be playing one night. So I have to have Uncle Junior um, on because he's my game partner. So I do have like 9 haunted places in Nebraska this evening. How are you doing, Missy? How's everybody doing? Tonight is a fireball night too, by the way. Let the spirits flow. Hmm? Fuck off. I got my shirt, y'all. Fuck off. Love it. There is Uncle. I was just saying that I couldn't wait to have you on as my game partner again for this new game I have ordered, Uncle. Since everybody we're friends with, minds go straight to the gutter. I figured it was an appropriate game to play with everybody. Hello, Terry. How you doing, my biatch? Yes, me too. Did I tell y'all where I got it? I'm sure you know, Terry. It's the best fucking thing ever. Are you? I didn't. Oh, I'm trying so hard not to get sick. I see so many people being out and about and sick and all that. And man, let me tell you, I'm trying to avoid everybody. I'm a cashier part time. So, man, I've got that fucking sanitizer right next to my register, boy. All day I'm using that shit. Oh my gosh. And I took my nails off last night. I'm giving my nails time to breathe. I'm going to get some of my Halloweenies back on. I got my skull cup out because it's almost October and I'll be using my skull cup again for the month of October. Oh, I'm sure they did, or he wouldn't be in here. So, anyway, we're going to talk about haunted Nebraska tonight. And man, there's some places I wouldn't mind going, but this far away. Yeah, let's see. We got a very light sprinkle the other day, and it barely even wet the ground. And it is so dry here. It's absolutely terrible how dry it is here. And I just mowed today and yesterday. I've got this piece of dirt in my eye that's killing me. It's scratching the fuck out of my eye. Anyway, but I'm done. I'm done mowing for a hot minute. I know. Where's Rita? I know Rita mentioned that she wanted to come back up here soon. So I think she said something to you, Terry. Y'all need to let me know when you're available, just so I can figure out that make sure I'm off work. Because like I said, this weekend I'm off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and that hardly ever happens now. No, I know. I did the I did the eye wash. It's still in there and it's scratching the shit out of my right eye. So if y'all see me constantly wiping my right eye, that's why. Because it's just watering and hurting and scratching and Yes. Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I figured before the holidays, and then everybody's gonna get slammed over I had eye drop. I have eye drops, and I did the eye drops. I did eye wash. I did the eye drops last night because I mowed yesterday, and then it's still there. So I went out and mowed now too, and I think more got in there. So I'll do some eye drops before I go to bed. But I did the eye wash before I tried to put some sort of fucking face on. You can't tell though because my eyes watering and anyway. Oh, I'll get it taken care of. Y'all are just gonna see me wiping my right eye tonight for a hot minute. So um no, that's fine. That's fine. Um and also Terry, I'm gonna have to send you pictures of the frames that the I did frames for my certifications today. I think you'll like. I bought frames and then I painted them and decorated each one of them freehand, and I made each one of them different. So there's 5 frames done differently. So I'll send you the pictures, Terry. So let's get started on Nebraska. So the first one I have is called Seven Sisters Road, and this is in Otoe County. Now, legend has it that in the early 1900s, a father of 7 daughters was infuriated with them because they defied him and would constantly do things they weren't supposed to. One by one, he beat them and hung them in the trees along the road. Now, the second story of this legend, there's 2 stories, and it hasn't been confirmed which one it is. The other story is that there was a family of 10 that lived in the house in this area on a farm. And it was a mom, a dad, their son, and they had 7 daughters. Well, there was a huge argument within the family, and the brother was very livid with his 7 sisters. Now, his parents went out for the evening, and he lured his sisters out one by one outside, making them think he wanted to apologize and let's go for a walk. As they were out walking, he would beat them and hang them all from different trees and left them there to die. It's said that after he murdered all of his sisters, he committed suicide. Now, it says that visitors report experiencing electrical malfunctions in their cars. They hear screams, see figures wearing white gowns or flickering lights throughout the tree line. The cars die, the headlights dim, their speedometers freeze up, the car windows will roll up and down by themselves and nobody can seem to stop them. Knocking on windows. It's like there's somebody's knocking on the windows. Now, I have experienced a knocking on the window when nobody was there. So that did scare me a little bit. That was just the one time. And it was 3 knocks that I heard. Now, the second one I have is called the Alliance Theater. Now, this was built. You know what, Terry? I'm not sure. This was. Now, the knocking I had on the window was when I was with Patty at the cemetery that I took you guys to. And it was one of our bad times, and we were having rocks thrown at us and wood pieces thrown at us. It was crazy. But this one night, the tree, I was live and she was recording. Now, even everyone in the live could hear like a big tree branch crack, like it broke and then fall and boom and hit the ground right next to where we were standing. And then I'd look in the lot and it wasn't there. Like it wasn't there on the ground. And we that's when we were like, okay, we're fucking done. We're grabbed our shit and we was running out of there. And then as we ran by this one tree, another branch fucking broke and fell. Yes. Now, I don't know if you were in there for that one, Terry, or watched that one. You remember that one. That's the night that there was that knock on the window. Now, we threw our shit in the car. We didn't like take our time and put it away in the back and sit in the car. We jumped in that fucking car. I remember seeing a white pumpkin head looking thing on the ground. But when I turned around and put the camera back on it, it was gone. Don't know what that was. We get in the car. I'm trying to get all my shit. I'm looking down and I hear on her window. And let me tell you, she hit the gas. She went through the ditch, up, caught the fucking air, scared the crap out of me and Patty. That was one of our bad experiences there. But that's the only time I ever heard knocking on my car window. Or that wasn't even my car, but yes. So that's the only time I ever had knocking on a car window. So I don't know. That's kind of freaky when it says that it does that. So anyway, the next place is called the Alliance Theater, and this was built in 1903, although it was not always a theater. Now, initially it was built as the Charter Hotel, but it was transformed into a theater in 1938. It is not clear when the paranormal disturbances began. Perhaps it was during the renovations, but nobody knows for sure. Now, the reports of strange activity have been happening for as long as anyone can remember. We both peed our pants that night. That was the night that her and I both peed. Actually, I peed first, and then she was screaming from fear and then laughing at me, and then she peed after me. Yeah, so that was... Now, employees of the theater often say that they have seen shadowy figures around the property, and they also hear phantom footsteps in the hall. Now, the owner is fairly confident that the building is indeed haunted, but he is sure that it's a friendly ghost. Now, I looked into it. The owner is Gerald Bullard. Now, there's no verified deaths in this building, but it's said that this ghost has been showing itself since it was built. So, they say it's a very friendly ghost, but they believe that this entity is tied to the land that the building was built on. People claim they do hear footsteps running through the aisles when nobody's there. Orbs and figures are caught on their cameras when the buildings are closed. Shadows and sometimes feelings of uneasy or sadness will come over them. So that was the Alliance Theater. And there's a picture. Look at it from this way. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's a picture of the Alliance Theater. There. All right. Now, the next one I didn't write down, but it's called the Ball Cemetery. Y'all know cemeteries are always haunted. There's always spirits in cemeteries. Spirits tend to, they're always lurking around where their body was laid to rest. For some reason. But this is called the Ball Cemetery, and it's in Springfield. Now, the cemetery is creepy places anyway, so when you add tales of ghostly activity, it really kicks things up a notch. Not only is this place one of the most haunted cemeteries in Nebraska, but it's also high on the list of the most haunted cemeteries in the U.S. Now, one of the most common reports to come out of the cemetery is an apparition of a tall man who has been known to attack those visiting the cemetery after dark. There is also said to be a female spirit here who laughs uncontrollably and who likes to tug on people's clothing. Now, I have had my clothing tugged as well. And that was also when we were live or recording. The little girl tugged my shirt and made me pee my pants, of course. So I had to get up and run to the bathroom. But she did pull my shirt on the right side. I was sitting on the floor, and it was from behind, and she pulled the right side of my shirt 2 times. Boop, boop. It is common for strange anomalies to appear in photographs that are taken here. And that's all it says about there. That it doesn't, I tried to look it up, and oh, that's right. At that same cemetery, it tugged my left pant leg. I totally forgot about that. And when we put the camera on it, the pants were still up. Like it was still pulled up from when it pulled my pants up. My pants were still up. It was weird. I remember that. I totally forgot about that until you said that. Same cemetery, different location though. That was over by where we always sit on that bench. It was at that bench, and I felt something, and I told her, I said, I think something's pulling on my pants leg. And she turned the camera and filmed my pants leg, and y'all could see that my pants leg was pulled up over my boot. It was crazy shit. Man, that's delicious. I do that every time I drink it. Anyway, the next one I have, Antelope Park. And this is in Lincoln, Nebraska. If you visit Antelope Park in Lincoln, you will see a field just behind the caretaker's house. It's here that a number of visitors claim to have seen apparitions walking across the field and disappearing into the woods on the opposite side. However, there is another more disturbing haunting that has been reported on a handful of occasions. There's a documented evidence of a man who committed suicide by hanging himself from the swing set in the play area of the park around 20 years ago. People say that they often get the uneasy feeling of being watched in this area, and people passing by at night have reported strange shadows being seen in that general area. So, you know me, I'm gonna investigate. Now, this park was established in 1920 with a War and Victory monument, the Sunken Gardens, and the Hammond Rose Garden. This monument was designed by Ellis Berman and features soldiers that represent the Revolutionary, Civil, Spanish-American, and World War I conflicts. 2 confirmed deaths here. One, a woman, her name's Nancy Parker. She went missing, but was found strangled to death at this park. And the second was that unknown male, and he was found dead by hanging from a swing set, unknown if it was a suicide or a murder. Now, it's been said that both of their spirits have been seen here. It's said the female tends to watch or follow people. People have been touched, pushed, tripped, or get uneasy feeling. One claim they've seen her shadow, and when they walk towards her, it disappears or she runs away quickly. Now, some believe she's still looking for her killer. Very possible. Yeah, that cemetery is very creepy. Even during the day, it's creepy. Like I said, you don't ever know what you're going to get when you go there. You could have like the very first time I took Terry and Rita to the creepy cemetery, it was a very good experience because that's when they started giving the directions and we followed the directions, turn left, turn right, go east. Like it was so distinct directions, and then he gave us his name and we turned around and he gave us directions and brought us to his gravesite. And then I sat down and I put the green grid light against his gravesite, and you saw a mist go across the grid light, and it was just so amazing that night. That was one of the better times that we had there. Um, but like I said, you just never know. Like one time we could go and we could get shit thrown at us and trees, branches breaking, and they wanted us out of there and they scared us to death to get the hell out of there. But then there's that night. Like we weren't touched that night now, or anything, but the directions and everything was absolutely amazing. Like it gave us distinct turn right, forward, go east. Like it was crazy. It was so amazing. And yeah. So, but each time you go there, you get something different. I have not had one time repeat itself. Um, but every time I go there and I pull up in the front, I get butterflies in my stomach like I'm nauseous because I'm like, oof, gosh, I don't know what to expect tonight. So it's like, I feel it's almost different. I feel like it's different spirits each time we go there, which is very possible because it's just the ones that are active that evening. Um, or the others might be in a different location at that time. Um, Kurt, what do you mean? Was that Kurt? I felt something come up on me the second time. Did you? I thought it was like Andrew. I thought the name Andrew or Anthony or something was coming through. It's posted on my YouTube way back in the beginning of my YouTube, so I could go back and rewatch it and see. But I thought it was like Andrew or Anthony, or it came through on 3 different apps. Andrew, I think it was, and it was 3 different apps on 3 different phones, and Andrew all came up on all 3 at the same time. So we were like, okay, a guy named Andrew is wanting our attention. So that's what made us listen. Yes. Okay, so the next one I have is Centennial Hall, and this is in Valentine, Nebraska. Now, Centennial Hall, which is now a museum, once housed Valentine Public School, and in fact, it is the oldest standing high school building in Nebraska. The school was built in 1897 and is now said to be haunted by the ghost of a former student. The story suggests that in 1944, a girl died in the school after someone poisoned the reed from her clarinet. After her death, when the school was still in operation, some of the teachers claimed to see her ghost in the hallways, and her appearance was often accompanied by a feeling of being unwell. Since the school was converted into a museum, there have been reports of music filtering out of the music room, despite the fact there has not been any musical instruments in the building for years. Of course, I'm going to do my research. Hi. Now, this female was a talented clarinetist in the 1940s. It was her goal to study music and become a professional. A fellow bandmate and her friend would store her clarinet in her then type locker while they were at school. Now, it said the friend poisoned all of her reeds while holding it for her. All of her reeds said to have been found with this toxic poison on all of the reeds. Now, I don't know if you guys know anything about the reeds of a clarinet, and they're flat and they're stick. Like they're flat. They're kind of shaped like that, but they're flat and they fit on the tip, but it's wood. The reeds are wood, so all you have to do is put drops on it and the wood is going to absorb that liquid. And then you have to change that because the reed is what makes the sound, and you have to lick and put the reed in your mouth to play it. And with the toxic poison, anyway, apparently it made this girl very sick. All of her reeds said to have was found to have had this poison on them. Now, it's said that the friend was very jealous that she got all the attention in class and was way better than her. Yes, it is a wood reed. For clarinet, saxophones are wood reeds. Now, the girl became very ill and succumbed to the sickness about a month after she became sick. Now, the student's apparition is still seen in the hallways. You can hear the clarinet being played every day. 2 different rocking chairs will start rocking by themselves, but never at the same time. Sometimes a reed will be found on the floor in the hallway. Now, nobody has played a clarinet or saxophone or anything in years. So where would a reed come from? Now, that's seldom, but it has happened, it said. So that I'd like to go there. Oh, you played the clarinet. See, you know what the fucking reed is. Okay. A lot of people, if they weren't a woodwind, they don't understand the reed. So that's why I was trying to explain. Okay. My sister played the clarinet in high school. Right. Okay. But it's a very thin, so it could have absorbed whatever was being dropped on them. So apparently, while this girl, she would put her clarinet in her friend's locker while they were at school because they had band together after school. So she would meet, and she would bring her clarinet to her after school so they could all play. So apparently, while she had the clarinet for her, she poisoned the reeds. All of her reeds. Like if she changed the reed, the next one would have the poison on it as well. So the next one I have is, I did the 7 sisters. This one I don't have much information on. It's called the Barnard Park in Fremont. One thing that Nebraska is well known for is a large number of their beautiful parks, one in which is Barnard Park. It is believed the reason for this could be that the park was once a cemetery. It's believed the city relocated the cemetery to create the park, but that some of the bodies were left behind and did not get moved. It's believed that these spirits still roam the park at night, the most common sighting being of that of a woman who is seen crying as she wanders the park. Now, I didn't find much information or history on it, so I didn't write that one down. I'm just reading that out of this, and that's all I've got on it. Now, the next one I have is Concordia University's David Hall, and this is in Seward. And apparently it is still open and being used today. It is a girls' dorm. Now, one of the types of places that seem to be very commonplace for hauntings is college campuses. It could be the high levels of emotion coming from young people that feed this paranormal activity. It's been claimed that David Hall is haunted by Native American spirits since there were bones from a Native American burial site exhumed during the construction of this building in the early 1970s. The majority of the ghost occurrences seem to be turning things on and off, with the showers and electrical appliances randomly turning on and off by themselves frequently. Yes. Now, you know me. Before it was a female dorm, it was a male dorm. Now, youngsters downstairs and olders upstairs. So, what's the for the freshman, sophomore are the two downstairs, and junior seniors are upstairs. Now, young on one occasion, a boy upstairs lit a ball of t-shirts on fire with gas and rolled it down the hallway and down the steps. Well, it turns out there was a freshman male sitting at the bottom of the stairwell and lit him on fire. And apparently, he burned so bad he succumbed to his injuries at the hospital. I love you too, Terry. Thanks for coming. I'll send you pictures of my frames. Now, it's said that this boy still roams the halls there. And the girls claim that they've seen the boy a lot, but no, he's a spirit and he's not real, and they're used to him by now. Students claim they see shadows, mist, and orbs everywhere. The electricity goes on and off all the time. The showers turn off and the sinks turn on and off. Now, in section A female Native American is seen moving around. Things will get moved, windows open and close in the middle of the night. Clothes have been moved into different drawers. They claim she's friendly, and they aren't afraid of her, and they actually speak to her now. So she's basically like cleaning and open the windows, and it's like, oh, I don't want these shorts here. We're going to move them over here. So it's, they're pretty much used to her. So that's what I have for that one. Now, the Bailey House Museum in Brownville. Now, the former home of Civil War Captain Bailey is one of crown jewels of Brownville. The stunning home, which now serves as a museum, is said to be haunted by Captain Bailey himself. It's been said that the captain was poisoned to death by a jealous neighbor and that his spirit is now bound to the house, unable to leave the property. Now, staff and visitors have reported that there are various doors in the building that simply refuse to stay closed, and that sometimes at night, phantom piano music can be heard drifting through the house. Now, when I looked it up, I noticed it's built in 1877 for Benson Bailey, a Civil War veteran. The death refers to. So, there, after the house was sold, this was just in May of 2025. Okay? Bailey Koch, her husband Jeremy Koch, and their two sons, Hudson and Asher Koch, were found dead from knife wounds in a murder-suicide. This occurred after Jeremy Koch was released from a mental health facility, and a GoFundMe campaign launched by his wife, Bailey, to help support Jeremy's mental struggles, and it became a public focus. Now, Jeremy fatally stabbed his wife and two sons and then took his own life in the house. Jeremy had been battling mental illness and psychosis for years, and Bailey had been trying to help and be there for him. The murder occurred just 3 days after his release, and Bailey's father is the one that found them. Now, it just kind of leaves me speechless because I hadn't heard about it. Been battling mental illness and psychosis for years. That would have already made me nervous. Just 3 days after his release. That means he wasn't even on medication or anything, because 3 days. That just baffles me right there. I don't remember hearing anything about this either. In May of 2025, you would think that would have been all over TikTok, or this is YouTube. I mean, I don't know. That's weird. I have so many different thoughts and emotions on that. Like, I don't know. I don't. Mental illness, it makes you nervous, knowing someone's not stable, and to stay with them and be patient. And I know you're trying to do the right thing, and be there for them, and and help them, but you can't change anyone. And man, my heart hurts though. My heart hurts because I just want to help them. Wow. Anyway, okay. We'll move on to the next one. The next one is, I have a couple of them here that I didn't write down because, like I said, I couldn't find much information. Now, this is the Platte County Historical Society and Museum, and this is in Columbus. Now, records are somewhat spotty, but it's generally agreed by locals that Platte County Historical Society Museum has its fair share of ghostly activity. There have been claims, records. No, I just read that. Somehow, there have been claims of shadow figures in the building, and some regular visitors to the museum say that there are also unexplained disembodied voices heard coming out of empty rooms. Couldn't really find much of the history, so I didn't even bother. The next one I have is called Devil's Canyon, and this is north of McCook by about 7 miles. I've never been to Nebraska. I'll never be to Nebraska. I don't know where McCook is. It's a dirt road called East 11th Street. So if you're familiar or near, go. Now, there's an assuming dirt road that leads to one of the most haunted sites in the state of Nebraska. Now, this location is known locally as Devil's Canyon, and it's said that there is a site where more than 100 years ago, a man murdered his wife and children before committing suicide. Excuse me. Many people believe that it's this man that haunts the area, with the apparition of a male reported on many occasions near the location where this tragic event took place. He's also said to cause cars and other mechanical objects to malfunction in ways that cannot be explained. Now, his nickname is the Duke. It's said he likes to prank passerbys. People's cars stall. Phones die that were fully charged. Cars sound like they're being hit. Excuse me, and nobody's around the car. There's still not a lot of information I have of these last ones. There's Blackbird Hill in Decatur. I don't know. DECA. Named after the grave of Omaha, India Chief Blackbird, as this is his final resting place. However, strangely enough, it is not his spirit who is believed to haunt here. The spirit that's been seen here is actually believed to be the ghost of a woman who was murdered by her husband after revealing her plans to leave him for an ex. Her husband was understandably enraged, so much that he stabbed his wife and then grabbed her and carried her to the nearby cliff, where he jumped off into the river beneath them while still holding her, and they both died on impact. It's been said that every year on October 17th, the anniversary of their death, the woman's blood-curdling screams can be heard echoing around Blackbird Hill. And that's what they're thinking is when they jumped or when he was beating her. I couldn't find anything confirming or not confirming, so that's why I didn't write it down. So I'm just reading off of the thing. Now, I do have the Museum of Shadows. This is in Plattsmouth, P-L-A-T-S mouth, Plattsmouth. Now, this house purportedly haunted artifacts. It's little wonder that this building is quite active when it comes to paranormal occurrences. Now, not only does it house these haunted objects, but the building has a history all on its own. A Nebraska historical landmark dating back to 1880, the three-story building once housed a pharmacy, a doctor's office, a dentist's office, cigar factory, a saloon, and a brothel. Now, if you visit this location, then you may come face to face with an apparition, hear unexplained voices, or you may well be touched by unseen hands. This museum houses two very haunted dolls, Demus and Ada, that's D-E-M-U-S and A-Y-D-A. They're believed to be very active, and recent camera evidence shows. Now, I couldn't find the camera evidence. Now, I looked. It was founded in 2006, and it's known for its vast collection of over 5,000 artifacts with paranormal attachments, including Ouija boards, human skulls, dolls, and coffins. Now, all these items were donated because these fucking people know they have haunted shit and they're trying to get rid of it. Now, visitors report dolls moving on their own, disembodied voices, apparitions, and being touched, children laughing, crying, and running. And that's all I've got on that. Now, it's saying the two most haunted cities in Nebraska are Lincoln and Omaha. Now, we didn't have anything from Omaha listed on here. We did from Lincoln, I think, didn't we? But it's saying those are the two most haunted cities in Omaha. So that's all I have on Nebraska. So that's all I have for Nebraska tonight. Come on. And then Missy already sent me for Nevada. Nevada now is the next state that I have. Now, I will be on Sunday night. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I could be doing Nevada. It depends on when my game comes in. I think it's Friday or Saturday. Now, I just got it, Uncle. If you're available Saturday, I'll let you know if the game comes in. So if you're available on Saturday, Sunday, if you're Saturday, Sunday, then we'll play that game. I think it's going to be fun. I don't need that. We can delete that. No, we can delete that. Damn, all these things came through just since I've been on the. Okay, we can delete those. There's okay. So yeah, anyway, Uncle, you'll just have to let me know if Saturday or Sunday is better for you. But I will let you know when the game comes in because, like, I can't remember if it's Friday, Saturday that it's supposed to come in. But it looks really funny, so I think it'll be fun. But Uncle, you know you're my really fun game partner, so I think that'll be fun. Now, what I need to do is I don't know. I'll wait till the game gets here and I look at the cards. Because if it's just like the one side and the hints, I'm just going to line a whole bunch up and take a picture of them and send them to you, Uncle. So that way you have some too. So that way we both get a chance to play. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. Now, just so you guys know too, I got certified in tooth gymming as well. Now, and Darlene, like, okay, so the last time I went live on YouTube, I was doing the stretch mark rejuvenation, and I did the inkless on one side, and I did the camouflage on the other side. And she really likes both. Like, we can't figure out which one we like better because they both look really good. We have to, of course, wait and give it time to completely heal, but the swelling's gone and the redness is gone, so we're trying to watch it now. But it's just too soon. I need to give it 6 weeks at least. But the tooth gymming, so my gems came in today, my tooth gems today, and they're so cute. So I am going to be gemming this tooth. Right there. So you might notice it. I'm going to gem this tooth here. And it's just a cute little diamond with like all the little shiny pastel colors in it. So it's hard to explain. And I would show it to you, but it's so teeny weeny. But it's made for the teeth. And the way that I do it is I have to use the bonding agent from like an orthodontic. It's an orthodontic aesthetic is basically what it's called. So it's almost like I'm using the bonding that I would put a braces bracket on. So it'll last up to a year. So I'm going to put one there. And I talked to this lady recently. She is a hairdresser, and her daughter had a tooth gem, and she had it for 8 months, and she loved it, and it just came off, and she wants to get the entire tooth done instead of just one gem on it. So I'm like, I'll do it. So now that I have some gems coming in, she'll be able to either pick and choose from what I have, or I can take her into the website and she can order the gems and pay for the gems, and then all she's got to do is pay me for the service. So anyway, I am going to do this one to myself. Kind of advertise my own work, I guess. It's like my own advertisement, because people's going to be like, oh, what is that? Oh yeah, I do tooth gemming. So yeah, and the tooth gemming is actually mobile. The others are not, but the tooth gemming is mobile. So, and of course, the girls are talking about coming up for a weekend. So they're trying to figure out when they can get up here, and I can make sure I have those days off. I miss my girls. I haven't seen them in 2 months. I don't even know how long it's been, but I feel like it's been longer. Yeah, I've just got a lot of work to do, but I think you guys will be very impressed with the ending result of my studio. And it's going to be a 2-station studio with a sink. So I think you guys are going to be quite impressed with everything that I do with that. Other than that, I've just been working hard still. Now that school's over, I can actually relax a little bit, and I don't have to worry about final exams. And God, that was stressful. But now I work Friday, and then I'm off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then I work Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So I will have a little more time. So definitely I'll be on Wednesday. What the fuck is today? Oh, today is Wednesday. I'll be on Sunday night. I'm not sure if I get the game, and Uncle is available for me. We will play the game Sunday night, depending on if it comes in this weekend. If not, we will plan it for the next one day next week when it comes in. I thought it said it was coming in Friday or Saturday too. So, but I'll have to look again. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's coming up. I still have a couple funny ones in mind that I'd like to do coming up, but I do have a little bit more time. So we will be working on all of that. So anything new with anybody? Anything I'm supposed to be talking about, or? Oh, so okay, no problem. Next Sunday is the horoscopes. Got it. And that'll be the first night with my skull cup again. Got it. Yep. I got my cards and I was going to mail them out, and then I reordered new ones because I forgot to put the lip gemming. But now that the lip gemming is almost done, I almost got my certification now. So I've completed the course and passed my written exam with a 93. So I just have to, once I work on someone and I take a before and after photo and I have to put that into the course, that will complete me and I will receive my certification, which is the one that's not finished, my frame. Um, so that'll get done. But yeah, I'm kind of excited that I'll have a tooth gem as well. I don't know if I want to do my second or my fang. It's considered your fang, and then your second, and then that's your front tooth. I don't want to do my front tooth. But my fang is too big, so I'm thinking the second tooth will catch the most eye. What do y'all think? The second? Right there. I think that would be good. That's going to look cool as shit. And I would show them to you, but they're so teeny weeny. You can't, these stones are so, and they're made for the tooth gemming. Like they are especially made with certain types of backing and the shape of them and everything. They're made for the tooth gemming procedures. So, but they're so teeny. They're like two millimeters. So I think I'm just going to put in the diamond. It's a dot, and it's basically a square, but I'm going to turn it up to make it, and it'll look like a diamond shape. And does everyone know what tooth gemming is, or do I need to show them? Like, do you know what tooth gemming is? I'm excited. I would like to have one. But yeah, so now I will be doing Lily, Annie's daughter, as well. Lily said I could do hers. And Lily has the best freaking smile too. So when she's out in public and she smiles, everybody's going to be like, what is that? Let's see. So this Sunday, if I receive the game, this Sunday we will play the game. If the game comes in Friday or Saturday, as long as my online hubby's available, we will play the game on Sunday night. Now, if I don't get it this weekend, then we can do that like Wednesday or something. Because not this Sunday, but the next Sunday is October horoscopes. So that's what I will do next, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. And then I guess it's just going to depend on what day the game comes in. But yeah, I saw it and it was 99 cents for this game. So that's when I'm like, you know what? This is funny. I'm going to try a new game because we haven't played a game in a while. I think the last time was when me and Uncle was on when he had the game over there. I can't remember what that was called, Uncle, but that's the last time we played, and it's been a while. It's been a hot minute. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. So yeah, it's time for a game. And you know what? It's almost time for like a taster again. And Sunday and Saturday are better for me because that's why I figured. That's why I said if you want me to, depending on when it comes in, I'll let you know if it comes in Friday, we could play Saturday if you want, or Sunday. whatever day is more comfortable for you. I can work around your schedule. It doesn't matter. Um, what was I just saying? I forgot what I was talking about. This is what happens to me lately all the time. I totally forget what the heck I'm talking about. This is the fucking menopause brain fog shit. Hello? What was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about. Um, how you doing, Scott? Welcome to Fireballs and F-Bombs. We're new to the scene. What show? And again, I have completely forgotten what do you mean was that a bell? Oh, and here's another thing. So y'all know I quit smoking like 29 months ago. Nothing smells like smoke. My clothes don't smell like smoke. The inside of my house don't. My house never smelled like smoke because I always smoked outside anyway when I did. Oh, I didn't hear a bell. So the other day I was sitting in my dining room and I was on my phone and I smelled cigarette smoke. And I was like, why do I smell cigarette smoke? So I'm like, nothing I'm wearing would smell like smoke. I haven't smoked in almost 3 years. Why would I smell cigarette smoke? Nothing in there is anything was out that I used anything when I still smoked. Why would I smell cigarette smoke? This is 2 different occasions I smelled cigarette smoke in my dining room. I don't know if my friend Vince, y'all know the issues I've had with Vince lately, and I don't know if maybe he used to smoke, but I'm gonna try to find out. That's what I'm gonna try to find out because if he, I don't know if he did. When they first met me, I still smoked, but like I said, I quit April 22nd, 23. May, June, July, August, September. So it's been 5, 6, 7, 8, 29 months since I quit smoking. So nothing in my house should smell like smoke because it's been 2.5 years. Now, I'm going to have to try to find out if Vince used to smoke or not because I have smelled cigarette smoke 2 separate days, 2 different occasions in my house. And there's nothing in my house that would smell like smoke anymore. So I don't know. I still would like to go to the church that he did his deed and try to make contact with him. I'm still going to try to talk to him. It sounded like a bell? Like it's just my phone and I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask her if he used to smoke at all. I'm gonna have to ask his wife. But I'm gonna try to text Darlene tomorrow too and see if she'll want to go to that church with me, because when he did his deed, yeah, I know what I mean. When he did his deed, he pulled up into the church parking lot and he left his headlights on and the air on full blast and did his deed. Um, I know exactly what church. I don't know where he parked or anything, but I know what church he did it at. Um, so I'd like to go there and try to make contact. So we're going to see. His tree looks good. I water it. I still say good morning to him every morning when I open the backside of the barn. I still say good night when I close the backside of the barn. I tell him he's not allowed in the house. I constantly make sure he knows that I speak to him and that I miss him but he's not allowed in the house. So so I'm trying to make sure that I keep that clear so he doesn't cross over any boundaries. Still, that psychic never picked up on him. She never picked up on Cash. I have no idea. Let's I don't know if you heard a bell, so I don't know if maybe my tablet did a little ding for some reason. I'm not used to all the bells and the dings that my tablet does because it stays in here on my desk and I only use it when I'm in here. So it could have dung and I didn't hear it. I've got to find out from Vince's wife if he used to smoke, because something is making me smell cigarette smoke. And like I said, I haven't smoked in 29 months. So why would I still be smelling that? Like, why? I don't kind of like that fucking train horn. Is he trying to send a message like, hey, I need your attention and I know you'll smell this? Like, what? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I know Vince still knows that I'm still angry with what he did and how he chose to do it. He knows I've forgiven him though. Anyway. So I took my nails off too to give my nails a relaxation. And then tomorrow I'll be at the police department. I'll be working with the chief again tomorrow, which is fun. Y'all know I love that. So I'll be there tomorrow. And then I work Friday. And then I'm off Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I will be talking about that. I'm not going to stay lapper tonight. I'm tired. My eye is killing me. I'm going to go close up the barn and I'm going to go to bed. So thank you guys for joining tonight. It's always fun. And I will be back Sunday night with either the game or Nevada. I'm going to end this. Thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. I love you, and I will see you Sunday.